Your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Stephen Bowers.
All right, the warmth is what we're talking about, and the temperatures are on their way up toward the 90-degree mark by Thursday and Friday. Right now, Friday looks like it's the more likely of the two to break 90 degrees, and then we'll start cooling off this weekend, but we won't cool all that much as Saturday still comes in up with the upper 80s around Grand Junction. Here's our forecast highs looking ahead for the entire region. You see the warmth kind of sneaking up from the south here, sending those temperatures toward the middle and upper 80s, and again closing in on 90 degrees around Grand Junction. But while we're in the 90-degree range, close to 90 degrees, we're looking at temperatures that are in the triple digits from Las Vegas down to Phoenix, Yuma, and even Tucson, and we're just starting to get some triple-digit heat over parts of Texas as well. That's on Thursday. Keep going to Friday, and it's still toasty down to the south. And we're still up there close to that 90-degree mark. And then on Friday, we're seeing that everybody starts to back off a little bit. But the hottest areas like Phoenix and even over toward places like Odessa, Texas and Roswell, New Mexico will still be close to that 100-degree mark on Saturday. So that's just for the next few days. This is the 6 to 10-day outlook. So this is looking at a forecast trend to give us an idea of where we are going. And in this 6 to 10-day period, we are favored with 40 to 50% odds area-wide that we're going to be warmer than normal. So we're leaning fairly heavily on above normal temperatures. This is normal as of today, but remember, normal is a moving target. So by the time we get here, normal is actually up a little bit from where this is. Then this is the 8 to 14-day outlook, and it's even more likely in favor of warmer temperatures with 50 to 60% odds here across western Colorado. In the meantime, high pressure is keeping things nice and quiet for us. It's also keeping the showers up to the north. So we're not getting a whole lot here, with the exception of a couple of showers over northern Colorado. We just get a few clouds here over the western slope, and even that is basically along I-70 and north. The farther south you are, the fewer those clouds are actually present. Now tonight we can get a few more of those clouds, and that's certainly possible tomorrow as well, but the thicker clouds stay far enough to the north that I'm not concerned about any kind of rain both tomorrow and tomorrow night. Tomorrow night may see a little wave of clouds that sneaks in from the west. There's 6 p.m. and here comes that little wave of clouds, but there's not a whole lot to it. In fact, it looks like this just updated, and no, there it is. That's the wave of clouds I'm talking about. I'm just ahead of myself a little bit. It happens, right? So there's a live look at Grand Junction right now with some blue sky overhead and just enough cloud cover to add a little color to the sky. Right now 71 degrees is the temperature at the Grand Junction Airport, and we'll start to cool here for the next hour or two, but still at 7 o'clock we'll be close to 71 degrees. Then we'll cool to 69 degrees by 8 o'clock and then 64 degrees at 9 o'clock, and we've got generally clear skies directly overhead with those clouds over the mountains there in the distance. Those low temperatures by morning are mostly going to be in the 40s. 47 can happen at Grand Junction with 44 at Delta, 42 at Montrose, and 40 degrees happens in Nucla. And then the colder spots, that's where we have some limited 30s. We'll call it 36 for you at Glade Park, 39 at Dove Creek, and 34 will be your temperature for your low in the morning around Cortez. Then tomorrow warms quickly out of the 30s and 40s and right up through the 50s and 60s towards 70 by 11 o'clock, and then 70s become 80s tomorrow afternoon, and we'll hit the top at about 83 at Grand Junction, 82 at Delta, 78 will be your high at Montrose with 79 degrees at both Nucla and Cortez. Dove Creek, you're heading up towards 75, and you'll be up to about 65 tomorrow afternoon around Glade Park. Here's your 7-day forecast. And again, we keep the warming. Keep it on, right? We're going to be close to that 90-degree mark on Thursday and Friday around Grand Junction. Slight cooling will leave us in the mid to upper 80s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday starts warming that could lead us back to the 90s by Tuesday. Montrose expect middle 80s for Thursday and Friday. Again, slight cooling this weekend leaves us in the lower 80s, and then low to mid 80s are in the forecast for next Monday and Tuesday. And Delta expect lower 90s around Thursday and Friday, and then mid to upper 80s are in the forecast for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Lower 90s could be back by Tuesday. And in Cortez, after 79 tomorrow, expect middle 80s on Thursday and Friday, and then lower 80s this weekend.